One of the overarching themes in the show is family relationships and the intimacy of those relationships, specifically about siblings, about the relationships of a parent and a child, and the complicated time that we find ourselves in and negotiating through that. The piece Guardian is a fiber wall piece that is really, in a way, kind of self-portrait. I grew up the oldest of three and kind of a junior mother. My mom, for much of my life, was a single mom. And I just felt inherently protective of my brother and sister. The piece Sisters Not Twins evolved out of a residency that I did with Michael David in Brooklyn. In the development of Sisters Not Twins, it became apparent that it really needed to be two distinct sides, one panel on the left and one panel on the right, representing the sisters. And I thought about the sameness and difference in the trajectories of siblings. When I was in art school, I had the idea that I wanted to be a figure painter. And in putting together this show, it was interesting to reflect upon how that's kind of happened, but not in such a literal way. There are pieces like Liminal where I am describing what it's like to be human, but it's not a picture of a body. Showing the ceramic bits that are melting into an encaustic pour surface that has a watercolor underneath that, and the feeling of those layers that is similar to the experience of trying to negotiate that vulnerable space between being a mother and the duties that I have attached to that role, and trying to be a daughter and caretaker for my mother. In What Binds Us, there's an image of my son playing the cello, and there are layers of transparent, semi-transparent, and opaque fiber elements, revealing the music, the classical music that he loves so much, that connects him to my mother, who was an opera singer. And in Bliss, I'm imagining my mother in a state of being where she's not troubled by the physical ailments of the present, and imagining her in a more nirvana-like state where I imagine her without suffering. When I made the piece Lifeline, I was thinking about a music box and how when you open it, the music begins to play. This box is encased in hydrangea petals, and when it's opened, the light activates voicemails that I have saved of my mother reaching out to me for things that she needs in the nursing home. And it's a painful experience in that I want to help her, but I'm so far away, and yet this is really the lifeline connection that we have through the phone. Recently, my son discovered an aria that my mother used to sing when I was a child, and he found it on his own. Duet is a slow motion video projection onto a pink tulle screen of him playing cello with my mother's voice singing Musetta's Waltz from Puccini's La Boheme. They live far apart, yet they are connected through music. This is a duet over space and time.